This is the most hated state in India, with every single one of you saying even Indians are scared of going there. Bihar is not for beginners, but after traveling across the state of Bihar as an American traveler and getting to see the culture and the life of Biharis, today I'm going to expose what makes the state of Bihar so misunderstood and how they became my favorite place in all of India. And this is what you're going to get. No filters, no nothing, but my honest opinion of why they're way better than most Indians give them credit for. But to know how confused I was before I even traveled to Bihar for the first time, you need to look at some of the comments that absolutely scared me about the trip. All trains coming from Bihar are dirty. But the next one is even more unbelievable. Bihar is the burden of India. They're the reason India is lagging behind in GDP, since most of them are unemployed. And these all turned out to be lies the moment I visited the beautiful state of Bihar myself. So let's talk about the train, as I took countless train rides all over Bihar, and I have never once noticed anything different with any of them going in and out of Bihar. And what is even more so is that the locals on the train were so nice. A lot of them even gave me their food, and we had so much fun talking about what it's like to live, and in my case, to travel all across Bihar. And the absolutely horrible comment about what Bihar is a burden to India. What? Do they even fact check any data before coming up with lies like this one? Bro, the hardest working people in India are in Bihar. My friends over here literally work 7 days a week and like 18 hours a day. And bro, sometimes I will go to my favorite local restaurant in the morning and at night before they close, and it's the same guy making the food for you. So please explain to me how the people of Bihar are a burden to anyone when they're doing all they can to provide for their families just like all of us do. And if you think that was the worst, bro, I'm saying the deeper into this video, the delusional comments you see will only get worse. I even had to pause and calm down a few times when editing this video. But the next thing I want to talk about, bro, I cannot believe the internet knows so little about the people of Bihar. Look at what they said to me. They don't speak Hindi nor English. Only 1% of them are well educated. This is a complete lie, bro. It is a lie the moment I step off the train and talk with any of the local Bihari. Some of the best English-speaking individuals I have come across in India all live in Bihar. And for Hindi, despite many of the villages you come across might have their own language and dialect, bro, but I think if you know even a little bit of Hindi, you can travel to Bihar at ease. So there wasn't any language barrier for me at all. And in my case, I used nothing but a mix of Hindi and English in my time being here. And everyone gets it. We all have fun talking to one another. So I'm confused, where did all those crazy false internet info even come from? The next one is what I'm sure you will have a lot to say about if you know anything about Bihar. The main problem with Bihar is they always blame others for their own problem. Brother, nobody blame anyone. Do those internet people even visit here for once in their life? In my time in Bihar, I never heard even one negative remark about other cities and states and even people in India from the local Biharis, my friends in Bihar, and even just random guys and girls I talked to on the street had nothing but praise for India. If anything, and this may be controversial, but I feel like the Indians outside Bihar are the ones blaming Bihar and Biharis for all of their problems. Gosh, I hope I'll get cancelled for saying that. But now that we're talking about the people here, we might as well get this out of the way. I'm saying Biharis are the most generous bunch I have ever encountered in India. This is the only state I have ever been to in India where people welcome me to a dinner party, a birthday celebration of their friends, buy a cup of tea for me, and drive me to places for absolutely free. And not to mention the surprisingly good humor. I wasn't expecting you guys to be this funny. And talking with the locals quickly became my favorite because it's always fun to hear what you guys have to say about anything. But if you think those were all the great things I have to say about Bihar, you will be mistaken, bro. So you might as well grab a cup of tea, give the subscribe button a push if you want more videos like this. Cause the next one I want to bring up is, did you notice the people in Bihar are really good looking? Like, I'm not even kidding, hear me out. So I travel in India almost every year, and I have seen enough of India and Indians to be confident in saying this. And this is strange for a first-time traveler in Bihar like myself, since I have always heard that there is discrimination against the people from Bihar for looking and sounding differently. But ever since coming here, I still don't know what is to discriminate for. But a lot of random folks and gals I see on the street are literally good looking enough to star in the Bollywood movies, and I wouldn't feel they would be out of place. But this is where I want to show you another comment about Bihar that I still can't get my head around, and you can be the judge of that. Patna or any cities in Bihar barely have any good popular food chains or malls or any similar stuff you will find anywhere else in India. Sir, I get more shopping done in Bihar than in any other state in India. Do y'all need glasses, bro? Cause obviously you can see the greatness of Bihar. And who needs food chains like the American ones when any Bihari and their neighbor can whip up and make the best local food you could ever taste? And the one thing I want to talk about is the food here. Like, I've been to many places in India, and I always end up with some level of food poisoning. But everything I had here so far, nothing bad happened. If anything, I felt so good eating them day in and day out that I might just end up living a few years longer. So we all know the food is safe and absolutely delicious across Bihar. But what about your safety as a traveler? Cause before I booked the ticket to come over here, I got so scared reading comments like, people really have no idea how unsafe it is in Bihar. It's dangerous for everyone, even the Biharis born and raised there. But that's not it. Oh no, you get so much more. Like, I had a classmate from Bihar telling me they used to always have something for self-defense when they went to school. And looking back, I was so dumb believing in any of those internet comments were saying. Now, I haven't been to every single acre of land in Bihar, as I mostly went to visit Patna and Muzaffarpur, but never for one single second, okay? One moment did I have to worry about my safety. For the record, the crime rate in Bihar is lower than in many big states based on data. And what my local Bihari friends who work and live in the big cities like Mumbai and Delhi have to say. Ooh, I will even say this: Bihar for me is safer than the entirety of Southeast Asia and even the big cities in Japan, and definitely way safer than America. The love for animals is also on a different level, as they will put on clothes on their pets. Please tell me they're pets and not like food or anything. And dressing up the cows in winter so they don't get cold. And stray animals here are so friendly because they know they can trust the humans they see. And as a traveler, I always use that as an indication of how loving a local community is. And that is why, despite what the whole internet is saying, you guys will always be my favorite, not just in India, but in the whole planet. But I had to say, Bihar is like the internet meme for India when they say that Bihari to India is what Indians are to the world. And Biharis are constantly being judged through a different lens. Many of you are mocked for your accent, your clothing, and the fact that you have to move away to the big cities to support your family back home. And people simply can't accept the fact that someone like myself is praising Bihar. So if you're ever feeling like the whole India is up against you, just know that a traveler named Brian, yes, that is me, thought about giving up on my American citizenship just to live in Bihar because I love everything about you guys so much. But speaking of America, bro, in this video, I want to talk about the worst things Americans still believe about India. And trust me, you do not want to click on that video to find out.